a node becomes a live node, then it becomes E node, generates the children, and if it becomes a dead node, then we have to backtrack and then we have to get back your earlier state so that you can proceed further. So, you can encapsulate all the things as a control paradigm. So, your control paradigm is going to be like this. So, you can see procedure backtrack, solution vectors are 1 to n and printed as soon as it is generated. 1 to k minus 1 gives all possible values of k, given that x1 to xk minus 1 have already been chosen. These are the predicates bk x1 to k minus 1. Then we are putting the constraint. One constraint is node to xi can be the same. So, my algorithm becomes like this: k equal to 1, I am checking k is greater than 0. If there remained any untried x of k such that x of k belongs to x1 to x k minus 1, and if the constraints are true and if leads to an answer node, then we are going to print that solution. Otherwise, we are going to backtrack and then we are going to think of the other possibilities. You can just correlate this algorithm with the 4 queens problem which we had seen just now. That is, you try to put the queen, see whether it leads to a solution or a dead end. If it is a dead end, you backtrack and you proceed further. So, this is the tracing of the 4 queens problem. So, you can see very well, whenever the predicates becomes false, we are backtracking. This is what I was showing you graphically, and this is just an attempt to do that in a manual manner. Okay. So, this is the recursive version of that particular strategy. So, you can see very well this recursive strategy is what you are going to apply to all the problems that are coming under this particular category. So, this is the tracing of 4 queens problem, and this is the efficiency of this particular technique. So, how much time that is required for this? You just see the earlier scenario, static scenario. Every node, like a binary decision tree, yields 2 children. So, what will happen is you have your root will have 2 children, 2 will have every node will have 2 children. Therefore, in the next level it becomes 4 children, then next level it becomes 16, like that, if it is a static tree. So, you can encapsulate that in the form of an algorithm. So, you can see very well, in the first level you have one node, in the next level you have two nodes. So, next level you have 4. So, that means you can see very well it is multiplied by 2. So, the number of nodes will become 1 plus m1 plus up to your number of levels you have. Suppose if we assume that reading a node takes 1 second, then your complexity of the algorithm becomes the number of nodes multiplied by the seconds that is necessary, necessary to read the information that is present in the node. This is the complexity analysis. So, in some problems this will be very large. So, to avoid that, we need to convert that into a dynamic thing depending on the problem. So, this is how these backtracking problems are solved. So, with this thing we stop our discussion. So, next session we will continue from this particular point, and let me demonstrate how these things are done in backtracking approach. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you very much. Kamaraj Engineering College, Virudunagar. AMS Engineering College, Chennai. Sri Saudambika College of Engineering, Arpukottai. Mother Engineering College, Chennai. Sri Nandanam Engineering College. Sri Nandanam Engineering College. Thank you very much.